Hey everyone, welcome to Breakout Wednesday for the 25th of May 2022. It's currently about 3 p.m. on the West Coast, 5 p.m. on the East Coast. First of all, remember, this is never financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is simply a video blog on how one trader sees the market, and everyone needs to take responsibility for their own decisions. Okay, I missed last week. Sorry about that, family stuff. Now, here's a chart of the NASDAQ, which is obviously still in a downtrend bear market. There is a bear market obviously still for many sectors, tech and many other sectors, but it is a crazy good market for those who understand how to trade, and for energy stocks, coal stocks, oil stocks, some other resource stocks, it's just for those who are active traders. There is no reason why you shouldn't have an amazingly good year, because there's been some crazy good trades. The people who are doing bad are, generally speaking, the ones who insist on buying things in downtrends, buying stocks that are in stage 4 declines because they think they got it cheap. And there's so many around. I had someone message me this morning whose account's down 60%. How are they ever going to recover? I mean, I'm so just do not really have much sympathy anymore, because if you're gonna buy things in stage 4 declines, you're gonna get clobbered eventually. If you do this for long enough and you buy downtrend in stocks, you're just gonna get hammered and you're gonna lose all your money. And it's a bit black and white maybe, but this is the most brutal game around. And if you think you're a good bottom picker, I got news. I got $100 in my pocket saying you're not. And eventually you are going to get absolutely creamed. Okay, here's Snapchat that a lot of people have been hammered in. Okay, the only time I trade stocks, okay, and there's very, very rare exceptions, is when they are in uptrends and I get a perfect setup. Okay, and for me to have a perfect setup, as I've talked about numerous times, all my moving averages need to be lined up and it needs to be in a clear uptrend. I'm not into just bottom picking and trying to be smart that way, because no one. I've never met anyone that's smart enough to succeed doing that. And if you think you're special and you can do it, then man, send me a note and let's have a look at your results. Because I got another $100 in the other pocket saying you're completely full of shit. Okay, so let's just get on with it. This is a classic setup that I posted to Twitter. So I'm posting a fair bit to Twitter at the moment. If you're on Twitter, give it a follow along, because I do miss the odd broadcast. I'm sorry, but I'm a bit busy these days. So here's TR, which had an amazing base, an amazing uptrend, and the most amazing stage 2 continuation base, okay, and exploded out of this base, and it's up about 25 to 30% or whatever in the last 4 trading days. Okay, this is textbook perfect. Print it out, stick it on your wall. This is just all day, every day. I just need to trade and find stocks exactly like this, and I'm going to have winning month after winning month, pretty much ongoing for the rest of my life. Okay. YAL I spoke about 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. Classic base here, bit more choppy. Stayed in it. I trimmed about a third of it today. Another coal stock that's delivering. Just quickly looking at the other coal stock, WHC, strong uptrend. It's just this lockout rally really. It does come down and trim down below its 20-day, but then bounces back up. But anyway, that's not currently something that I'm in anymore. Now I posted to Twitter this huge gigantic base on the NISI PBT. Have a look at this base. What bear market, hey? If there are bases like that around, holy shit, that is the most classic base I think I've ever seen, and textbook 100% what I need to be trading. So PBT, I'm long, I'm still long. I haven't actually trimmed anything. I just have a feeling we're going to fling up more, and then I will start trimming. Okay, HZN had a break this week and hasn't. HZN is a very choppy stock with thick orders in the order book and big sell walls, and it doesn't move quickly. Okay, but I don't necessarily worry about that. I can be patient when I have to be. This is a great base, and it's in the best sector at the moment. One of the best sectors, one of the 2 best sectors, obviously. It's in energy, but obviously this is oil, not coal, right? So, and I'm going to be patient with it. Okay, I have a stop a bit further away than normal, and we will watch that chop about and we'll see what happens. Now bloody AAC just keeps going. Wow. And that was it really from two or 3 weeks ago, whatever. But I just thought I'd quickly bring up this losing trade from the other week, just to show that it's not all just rainbows and profits. Hey, but what good traders do is when they realize they're wrong, which I was wrong here. Okay, failed signal, and this is my stop, and I got the hell out of that. And I talked about it at the time on Breakout Wednesday, I think. And then since then, I think I was stopped out at, I forget, maybe just say 214, I totally forget. And now it's currently $1.80. It would have been I would have been in a whole world of pain. If I had stuck onto that, it just would have really hurt me. Would have taken a massive, massive loss because I had, anyway. And so you got to honor thy stop because it's the most sacred rule to becoming a profitable trader. Okay, now let's just get on with it. There is not, a lot of the coal stocks are overextended and they need time to base, and so I'm just managing the ones I'm in. There are a few setups though that are interesting, like Santos. Okay, it's not perfect, is it? Because this kind of faked out here, and it does like to do that. But now it's come back and it's formed another tight little kind of range here. And it's tightening up on the right hand side, and it's sitting in a Davis box, and it's in a great sector. And excuse me, guys. And then if we can have that base a little bit longer, actually, I think it's pretty much ready. So Santos is, this is a pretty classic base. And I think when they form, and it's easy to talk yourself out of it, isn't it? But if we just look at this base objectively, it's had a long time. Let's look at it on a weekly. Yeah, okay. So it's not, obviously it's not like that PBT chart that I just showed, but it's still kind of looking pretty nice on a daily. It's in an uptrend. It is choppy. It is a choppy stop, but it's putting in a pretty nice base. I'm watching that one. There are a lot of signs in the energy sector of just ongoing basis. There's CVI, which is an American on the NISI, that's got this tight range forming and pretty nice continuation base. I had this break last night on NOG, once again on the NISI, that just out of this base here, okay, and so they're out there, and they're forming, and it is the main setups currently that I can find in that oil and gas and space. Okay, now back to energy on the ASX. AGL has a pretty tight VCP pattern here. Okay, it's obviously an uptrend, no brainer uptrend, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of super low volume here, 6 days, sorry, tightening, and a pretty clear kind of place to go long from, and a pretty tight range there. So the risk reward is pretty good. Once again, AGL's done a bit from these lows, but I think for anyone who's been watching what happens in stocks, once they start trending up, they can stay trending up for such a long period of time. Okay, look how long it trended down for, and this is a decently strong uptrend that started forming here. Okay, so I know, just like good trading is all about managing that risk. I like the tight risk management that I can have on this, and so if I am wrong, I can be wrong in a small way. And then another one that's not quite ready, and if I do think it's ready, I probably will post it to Twitter, but SMI on the ASX, so a little mineral stock that's in a strong uptrend, a bit more illiquid than some, but it's just starting to base here. And I like that we have I'm not such a fan of these down sloping resistance lines. Like, I like it when I get both. I like it when I get a down sloping resistance line that kind of confluescence with a kind of horizontal resistance line, because the horizontal ones are no brainers, and you can't really argue that resistance. And so SMI definitely have no orders in there yet, but I'm waiting. And so really my job at the moment is just to sit back and just wait for more setups like these to come along, which unfortunately do not come every week. I mean, I might get one trade that good a month, if that, and there is probably actually nothing at this very second that equals these setups that have been happening over the last few weeks, but I do think that the ones I've mentioned have potential, and watching those, and that's it. Just being pretty quiet. Keep holding a bit of cash and really just trying to stay away from any bad trades in downtrends, and just stay true to just the trend trading that we all know works, right? It's just having the discipline to actually follow the rules, which is where everyone struggles. Take care, everyone. I'll be back next week. I promise. Cheers. Bye.